So, she could be coming home as early as tomorrow.
That's what we're going to try and work out, yeah.
Thanks for being so frank. I've spoken to you. You're younger than I thought you'd be.
Everyone says that. I must have an old lady telephone voice.
So were you an addict yourself, or...? And that's none of my business. Sorry. Not sure where that came from.
Nerves? It's okay. People feel there's a lot riding on these sessions, but it's not a test. We're just trying to get up to speed and see where we are before Leyla comes home. Biscuit?
Oh. I'm a doctor. You see, I just get 10 minutes per patient, hence the 1,000 quick-fire questions, not all of them tactful.
He's a brilliant doctor.
Not that brilliant, as it turns out.
Why do you say that?
Anyway, it's not about me.
It is. It's about us. You know, and you've got to be just completely upfront.
Whilst also remembering we're British.
Told you had that Rye Reserve thing going on.
Well, I think we both use humour to evade.
Yeah, like when I said earlier that I needed to apologise to people and make reparations.
You're not a war criminal.
And you said, oh, you've got nothing to apologise to me for, when I clearly have. And, you know, I think that you were a little bit upset that I didn't insist.
OK, I was, yeah.
Right, well, I wish you'd have just been up front and said that. Because I am. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry for all of the lies and all the money that I frittered away.
It's only money.
You see, you're doing it again.
Right, look, I'm thrilled. OK, I'm genuinely thrilled about your progress. But you've been doing this sort of thing for weeks now. And I've just come in here cold, and I'm just not used to saying things out of the blue, off the top of my head, with a virtual stranger.
Well, you're not alone there.
Really? Oh. Thank God. Any chance of that biscuit? I was too stressed to have breakfast. So.
Told you she was good.
So we've talked through your recovery and using your meetings and your talking therapy with me.
And obviously, I've dealt with a lot of patients and families with addiction, so I'm pretty clued up. Happy to do whatever it takes.
I'm not your patient.
No, I know that.
And when I have tried to talk to you about stuff like me, you know, when I was pregnant...
Which I didn't know until she miscarried.
Let's let her try and finish.
Sorry, carry on.
I didn't feel like I could say much. I mean, it's a really crude way of putting it, but I felt like I was stealing your thunder. Because of Liana. And I've not felt like I could talk to you about things more generally.
There's two things there, Leyla. So you've raised about not wanting to tread on Liam's grief.
And that you can't talk to me at all?
No, that's not what I said.
What it sounded like?
Just doubling back for a minute. How do you feel about going home, Leyla?
Terrified.
There's no need.
I think it is perfectly normal given the circumstances. Can you please just hear me instead of trying to pat me on the head and jump in with solutions?
I'm just trying to make things all right.
Well, I would prefer it if you just listened. Not the cocaine addiction, that's me. And I did that to myself, and I take full responsibility. But if I hadn't have felt so isolated, do not roll your eyes at me. I didn't feel like I could come to you.
Hearing you loud and clear.
We've all got a role to play in Leyla's addiction.
Yeah, but your role is playing the good guy, while I'm just the baddie.
No one is accusing you of anything.
I know. I'm stressing you out. I'm sorry. Can't be helping.
Can you please just say what you think?
Well, first, I'm not listening, and now I don't speak.
Please, Liam, will you just talk?
OK. Look, I think we'll get you home. And with Ellen's support and going to meetings and friends and family...
You're just parroting what she said earlier.
Well, if I'm tetchy, you look miffed. And now I'm agreeing with you, you seem livid.
Yeah, because you are not being straight. Do you know, there is so much stuff that has been left unsaid. It makes me feel inadequate. I have felt like a failure ever since Liana.
So you perked yourself up with a glass of fizz and a massive line of Coke?
Yeah. Yeah, I did. I can't do that anymore.
Good!
Do you want me to come home with you?
Where's this coming from?
Do you?
Well, yeah, of course I do, otherwise I wouldn't be here.
Right, well then I need you to do me a favour. We need to be a bit more open. Please, can you help me out here, because I'm getting myself worked up. Look, Liam, I love you, but I get so frustrated with you.
Yeah, I know.
All right then. Tell me what I've been trying to say.
That you felt unable to break through since Leyla, and you've been finding dangerous ways to block out how inadequate you've been feeling. I think that's what you said.
Thank you. I'm just gonna nip to the left.
Can you believe that? I mean, you know, there's lots I'd like to say, but I just feel like if I start, then I won't be able to stop.
No, we haven't been talking behind my back.
We haven't said a word, actually, have we?
Oh, that sounds worse.
Light as a feather now, aren't you, Leyla? Now you've got all that stuff off your chest.
Why don't you try it?
All right, I will. Though I can't promise I won't throw it back in her face when I get back home and I feel outraged again.
What are you outraged by?
Just finding myself with this life. It's a dead daughter and a wife with a crippling addiction. It's not really the life anyone hopes for or wants, is it? Have you got kids?
A 4-year-old.
And what's the worst thing?
Losing him.
And what's the worst way you can lose a child as a parent?
In fear and pain.
In fear and pain. And absolutely no choice. That was Leyla. And since she died, every day has been fear and pain and absolutely no choice. And then all this thing with Leyla blew up. And still it was fear and pain and still no choice. No. I get that addiction is an incredibly complicated issue, but you had choice. Open enough for you?